good.
Right, before we start off this one, maybe show my phone and silent so that my recordings are weak or even.
May you also close the door?
Okay, what's that up done? Ah, okay.
Okay, I would like to thank the media that is here and all invited people. My name is Mnangagwa and I'm representing Dr. Zeb Shumba, the president of ZimFirst party. He could not be with us and he apologized for not being here. He had to attend some other things. So I'll present his speech on his behalf. The Zimbabwe People First Party notes with great concern the deteriorating of the economic and political situation in the country and the lack of agency by the current government to address the situation. Most worrying are statements by the Minister of Finance and Economic Development, Dr. Mnangagwa, urging Zimbabweans to brace for another 3 years of suffering when they have suffered already for 38 years. Such statements are a clear sign of a government that is heartless and far removed from the people. This government is led by a coterie of people whose sole objective is pursuit of personal interests at the expense of the general populace. It is now well documented that the citizens who are at the mercy of these heartless leaders are now surviving on less than $1 a day in a country where prices are going up daily. The ruling Zanu PF party, which is always singing the liberation songs, has ironically sold out the ideals of the liberation struggle, developing an entitlement syndrome and seeking to hold on to power to continue perpetuating the looting sprees that has impoverished the country. Do they care? Are they sensitive to the people's plight? No. Their record of failure at everything they have touched is well documented. And critically, and the most hating of all, is that they have betrayed on the objectives and ideals of the liberation struggle, which saw thousands of Zimbabwean sons and daughters perish in pursuit of freedom and equality of all citizens. On the other hand of the spectrum, we sadly have the opposition movement of democratic change, the MDC. Despite most Zimbabweans giving them the mandate to lead, have grandly failed. This party, just like Zanu PF, have destroyed all the hopes and aspirations of the citizens who wants to see Zimbabwe working again. Both parties have found themselves in destructive inter-party fights at the expense of addressing bread and butter issues affecting the ordinary citizens, keeping the country in election mode throughout. The levels of corruption exhibited by the two parties, both of which have been given an opportunity to show the nation what they have to offer, are a clear indication that the long-suffering Zimbabweans cannot trust them with the vast mineral resources the country was endowed with and turning around the fortunes of this country. With a population of about 15 million, the country has enough mineral wealth to be among the most powerful economies in Africa, but corruption has seen us becoming a basket case. Our people cannot continue to live in abject poverty whilst a few individuals continue to plunder our resources. In both immoral, uncouth, and criminal, Zimbabwe needs fresh minds with fresh ideas that can move the country forward and stop this rot. The solution lies in the leadership with untamed hands, that is the ZimFirst party. That leadership is what ZimFirst is offering to the country, and invite you all to join me on this crusade to save the country for the good of the generation and generations to come. As ZimFirst, we are saying this country is for every Zimbabwean, and everyone deserves a decent life in our own motherland. We cannot afford a situation where our children are treated as trash in foreign lands after we have invested so much in them so that they can help build a better Zimbabwe. We are therefore saying that as a party built on the basis that the people are always first, our plan is to rescue this country from the quagmire in which our erstwhile liberators have left us, in this the only hope left for the people of Zimbabwe. We are the People First Party, and our existence shall demonstrate our commitment to the country and the people of Zimbabwe. ZimFirst has therefore taken upon itself to take a decisive action to undo the damage caused by our economic current system that has proved to be clueless and anti-people. The work does not begin in 23, but it begins now. We have started putting together business initiatives with international partners that will help create employment. We are aggressively working to ensure that we provide the desperately needed economic relief now and not to wait for 2023. As Zimbabwe People First Party, we will lead Zimbabwe to a level of the first world economy. Business will increase and we will create opportunity for employment through our global campaign initiative for Zimbabwe that will see business partnering with the people to provide economic prosperity to all citizens of our country. So the question will be, what has ZimFirst have to offer? Civil servants, the armed forces and the police under ZimFirst government are recognized as stakeholders to the country's health services, and their social welfare should be a priority. The disabled community, unemployed workers and vendors, economic security will be guaranteed under ZimFirst. Our industries will be revived and regional authorities will have autonomous power to lead in the revitalization program. Mines to properly monitored, audited, and the mineral reserves properly accounted for to benefit local people. The transport system will be modernized. Education system will be improved to meet the match today's first world economic needs. And the teachers will be rewarded accordingly and satisfactorily because they provide the foundation of the country. Farmers will receive government support and will be paid fairly for their produces. Nurses, doctors, and all health professionals will be rewarded accordingly because they are an important sector, to our country. We, however, are alive in the fact that this will not be an easy walk in the park, but wetting the ZimFirst flag with our sweat shall be a testament to our commitment to sacrifice and fight for the true liberation of the Zimbabwean people. And to kickstart our ZimFirst journey, we shall be launching our campaign on October 26th this year, and we'll announce a lot more about this campaign. In the meantime, this is what we have to offer you as ZimFirst. I thank you.
Well, good day everyone. My name is Engineer Shatrek. I am representing Dr. ZimFirst on the behalf of the Business Initiative and People Partnering. ZimFirst is a solutions party and will demonstrate with actions, and Dr. Maxwell ZimFirst is uniquely placed to lead Zimbabwe out of the currently economic mess that is currently witnessed. We are practical and capable, we care, and our focus is on people, their lives. Thus, you see our motto, business and people partnership. The people should benefit from efforts of political leadership, whether they are in government or in opposition. Premised on this principle, Zimbabwe First is working with international business partners to change people's lives through employment creation and helping solve current economic crisis as a solutions party. We are currently working with government agencies in some sector to implement our vision now and not wait for 2023. We will let our actions speak for themselves. Thank you.
Good morning to you all, and greetings to all who are here. I will speak on behalf of the Women Affairs Directorate. I am, together with many millions of other Zimbabwean women, one of the forgotten women who needs to participate in the issues of Zimbabwe. Women are the epicenter of development, whichever throne one may take it from. Leave out a woman, kiss real development goodbye, and because we literally say in our culture, musha mukadzi. It is upon this background that I and the rest of other women decided to be part of the ZimFirst movement. Inclusivity was the driving force. The issue of equality has been sung by many, but it practically remains to be seen. Hence, the choice to be a ZimFirster is the best way to go, as this is embedded and principally practiced. Nyika, vanhu, ndivo nyika. Today, ZimFirst is a nationally established party, and we will continue to endeavor to embrace the dignity of women in politics. This has been denied for a long time. My name is Monica Mchenje. I'm a ZimFirster. ZimFirst is the People's Party. Nyika vanhu, vanhu ndo nyika. Abantu ilizwe, ilizwe ngabantu. Thank you.
So we are now open for any questions from the media.
Love Jim Tungeza from 263 Chat. You seem like you're talking into the future, but the people are suffering right now, and you're saying that the MDC and Zanu PF have got no solutions to the challenges that are bedeviling the country at the moment. So as Zim People First, what is it that you have to offer right now as a solution, as an alternative solution to what you're claiming that Zanu PF and MDC have failed to do?
Well, we are creating business initiatives and human partnering, while we are engaging investors on international commerce to come in Zimbabwe and to invest, to create employment to those first, and for those who are going to benefit first are those who are going to work with us as ZimFirst, as together they are going to benefit first from the investment, as we are going to create the shortages of employment. We are going to solve the shortages of employment in Zimbabwe gradually. Thank you.
And also to add on that, if you really were listening well to Dr. Azeb's speech that I just read out, it stated that we are not really waiting for 2023. We are doing it now. And as my colleague, Engineer Onge, has just said, we are actually working now towards creating employment to the unemployed people in Zimbabwe, to the suffering people in Zimbabwe.
Okay, maybe you can just give me a sort of practical examples that you can say, no, this is how we have done this is what we have done in order to create employment, as your colleague was saying.
Okay. Right now, we are engaging the international world, and we will reveal more as the time comes. But right now, it's on the late stages of everything else, and a lot of things are being signed as we speak. So it's not something that we are saying we are going to do in the future. We are doing it now.
We have heard similar sentiments from both the ruling party and the biggest opposition party in Zimbabwe, the MDC, that we are going to provide our people with employment opportunities. And then you are coming up with the same sentiment. How would you act in such a different way that is going to provide tangible results? How are you going to provide employment opportunities to the generality of Zimbabweans, given that we have heard similar sentiments but nothing?
Okay, to answer you on that, unfortunately we are not the MDC. And the MDC is known for lying to the people. They were given a chance for a long time by the people, but they couldn't deliver. But what we are saying today is to the people, give us the chance as ZimFirst. Try us and see where we are going. We have a lot of things on the table, but if you just ignore and just say, we have heard this before and we are not going to go with these people, then you will never taste the goodness that is brought to you by the ZimFirst party.
I also would like to echo the same sentiments that Pamela is saying, and would also want to express that I think with the other parties, some have resorted to thinking that Harare or Bulawayo is Zimbabwe, of which it is not. And ZimFirst has proved to me personally, and other women who are here, that everyone can actually get a chance with ZimFirst, and you can actually get an opportunity with ZimFirst. I personally am from Kariba. It's a small town. I wouldn't be here if it was any other party. They would have taken anyone from their vicinity. So this is the party that includes everyone, depending on ability. Even if you can prove yourself, then you can get a chance.
Okay, do you also happen to have like a clear-cut blueprint, maybe which clearly shows where you're coming from and where you want to go as a party? And also, we have had this language that we're engaging the international community and, give us a chance. Those are some of the things that we've heard both from the MDC and the ruling party, Zanu PF. But then you are coming as ZimFirst. Should people take you seriously? Because we have had the same sentiments before. So how different are you?
Okay, we are different because we're driving with a vision to stop the cruelty of the ruling party and the complicity of MDC. So we are coming in a different way in which we are to solve the problem which we never looked into before, that is bringing the people first and prioritizing the citizens.
At the same time, I think our manifesto, it says it all. It talks about the people. It talks about what we want to do. So you can just take it from our manifesto.
Sharing our manifesto.
Are there any more questions?
That would be all from me.
If there are no further questions, thank you very much for coming. We are ZimFirst, Zimbabwe People First Party. Nyika vanhu ndo nyika. Ilizwe ngabantu. Okay.